Hello. Thank you for coming by. And in today's video, we are going to be discussing the sought out Bighorn. And I'm just going to give my opinion on some things on this weapon and why I don't think that it's where it should be. And again, these are my opinions, and you feel free to voice your opinion in the comment section below. So, um, the Bighorn. It is probably one of the most looked for exotics in the game simply because, it's the hardest weapon to obtain in the game simply because it's tied behind the legendaries, and the legendary is literally more aggravating and more disappointing and harder to do than the raid. Now, with this weapon versus the Eagle Bearer here, we're only hitting for about 1100 difference in damage. Um, Now, this is not necessarily base damage, this is just what I'm going with. So, a lot of people have been trying to obtain this gun and trying to get through the legendaries. And first and foremost, I want to say that the gameplay footage that you're going to see is going to be on challenging, and I set it for challenging simply to run through some of the stuff and get an idea of the feel of difference and the damage and all this other kind of stuff with the NPCs. So either way you look at it, the harder the content, the more viable the Eagle Bearer is going to be. So make your own determination and your own decision when you after you watch the video or whatever. But anyway, back to the Bighorn. We have this is a great gun to have. I mean, it's an accomplishment to get through the legendary content and to actually have this gun. And whether you use it, whether you just leave it in your stash, or bragging rights, whatever your case may be. But today we're going to discuss why this gun is really not worth the trouble of getting, and two, one of the biggest disappointments in the game next to the lightweight M4 and the LVOAC not being full automatic. And so we have on this one, we have 118.6k damage, 14% assault rifle damage, 19.5% health damage, and 9% crit damage. Now, everybody should know what the big game hunter does, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to do a demonstration here. We're going to compare this to the Eagle Bearer, which is hitting for 119.7k, 14% assault rifle damage, 21% health, and 10% headshot damage. Now, I am using this on my DPS crit build, and with the Bighorn, we're sitting at 51.3 crit chance, 181.8% crit damage, and we have 100% headshot damage simply because it's a AR/rifle. So with the Eagle Bearer, we are going to be sitting at 60% crit chance, 187.8 crit damage, and 80% headshot damage. All right, so with the Bighorn, it's going to have its pros and cons just like any weapon. Number one, the biggest thing with me is the mag size. This is an exotic AR/rifle, and it doesn't even have, say, a 40 or 50 round mag. Okay, the Eagle Bearer is sitting at 60 rounds, and every other assault rifle has, that I can remember, has 50 rounds in the mag. Why would you not put that in this? Simply because I don't know. So that's a pretty big issue because the gun has good damage. It even has better RPM. Eagle Bearer is running 750 and this is running 800. This gun needs to have a bigger mag. Okay, so the other thing is the stability of this gun is not that great. So you see we're hitting for 808,000 crits, and 819,000. 545, 830, 837, 840. So it's got good damage, 844. Rifle mode, we, as you know, 3,800,000, 85, 388, 393, 401. So just over 4 million that you can hit with this. Um, not sure why that says 1672, but whatever. Now, the Eagle Bearer, um, it's just to me a much better route. We're hitting for 710,000 crit, headshot, 566 on body, but it's a lot more stable, even though it got a massive nerf, or should I say nerfs, since it released. I think it's gotten 3, and I think it's ridiculously unnecessary. So again, we're just running this. We're running this Bighorn with a DPS crit build. We're running the Coyote's Mask God roll. I actually got from some rogues yesterday. Everything else is pretty much the same, efficient. Some okay rolls on my, just a 3-piece Providence, Coyote's Mask, and Grupo for the crit damage. So it's just a basic DPS build that I have on my earlier vids. So if you want to go check those out, please do. Anyway, guys, this this gun is just not sitting where it needs to be. And if you are trying to acquire this gun, I highly recommend that you get with some people that can run the legendaries, back to back, pretty easy. Because the trouble you're going to go through to get this gun, it is truly the worst decision you can make. I don't care how bad you think you need it. I was the same way when I started, looking forward to getting this gun, and I thought that, it would be just this amazing thing that would replace the Eagle Bearer. But I assure you that is not the case. The Eagle Bearer is still, if not more, by far the best assault rifle in the game. Now, I think that the RPM on this should be raised to at least 800 at the minimum, but with compared to the Bighorn, that mag size is just ridiculous. But this gun is just not worth the effort. Please do not think that this gun is worth the trouble that the devs are making you go through to do legendary content. Now, I'm not saying you can't do the legendary content. I'm not saying you can't get through the legendary content. But they do some really, in my opinion, some really stupid and dumb things for people that have some of the, brains that they have. I just, I don't get it. You know, I truly don't. So, but we're not going to go that route. We're just basically, looking at this Bighorn versus the Eagle Bearer, or the Bighorn versus, a FAMAS or whatever. Even the FAMAS would almost be a better choice, simply because even though the damage is lower, the RPM is higher, you get a higher mag size, and on top of that, you can actually put different stuff on here. You can roll assault rifle damage or strained. With these exotics, you've got to go in and you've got to take your exotic and hope that you craft one that's better. So you're basically using the actual gun as a blueprint. And I re-rolled this one, and I had a really bad one. It had like 10 or 11% assault rifle damage and like 16% health, and I think the crit damage on it was like 7% or 6%. And I just stuck with this one because I just really didn't. I got tired of rolling. I rolled like 5 or 6 of them before I got this one. But the gun is just really not worth it. Um, you can do all the grinding you want for it just to say you have it. And I understand it's a little different for those of you that don't have it. You know, oh well, you know, so you got it and other people has it. You know, it's easy to say it's not worth it, but I'm telling you, it's truly not worth it. You know, we always want stuff that we can't have or don't have. It's just a natural human thing. So, and once you get it, it's just not exciting anymore.
Agent requesting backup.
You know, it's like getting a new car or something. You know, you get a new car and you know it's all great for a while and you may always love it, but it's not near as exciting as that moment when you knew you were about to go and get it. So, but yes, the it's great to have. It's fun to play with. The recoil on it is just absolutely horrible. Um, you know, it's a really good idea that they implemented to have an assault rifle slash, you know, rifle, not a marksman rifle, but just a rifle in there. But I think that they need to, you know, raise this mag size up for sure, and maybe put something on here, you know, to acquire either a lot more damage in rifle mode, and I think you need to, you know, maybe work on some stability or accuracy with this gun because it's really bad, you know, for an exotic. And so go for the eagle bearer first. You know what I mean? Don't sit here and, you know, oh, I don't have either one, and, you know, make the decision to go get the bighorn. I think you'll do a lot better if you decide to go and get the eagle bearer. It's a lot easier to get. I think it's up to 10%, if I'm not mistaken, in TU10. And there's a lot of people that still run the raids. They'll carry you. They already have, you know, one, if not two or three of them. You know, most of the time they can help you get keys, and you know, if they get one, they'll drop it for you. But yeah, guys, that's just my thought, my opinion. I just figured I'd share this information with you guys, and hope you enjoyed what little bit of gameplay I put in here. I just think that the Eagle Bearer is a far better choice. I think the only reason why people want the Bighorn is for bragging rights. I don't really see a lot of people using it, and I I think, in my personal opinion, that it would be easier to use in PvP and group play versus, um, you know, solo, simply because the mag size is so short, so you're always going to be reloading, and it it's a lot easier to kill agents versus NPCs, depending on what your world tier is set at, you know. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Put your opinions in the comments, and you know, share the video. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. All right, peace.
I'm seeing a lot of hostiles by the docks. They're securing the boats.
They must be waiting for the order to launch. If the strategist gets on one of those boats, we'll lose our chance to bring him in. Keep moving. You're almost there.